These folks in the Circle City, they love their Colts, and they have packed the house tonight as we welcome you to Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. Just a short time ago, smoke from the pyrotechnics filled the dome as the Colts made their way out of the locker room. We're set for football as the Colts get set to match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Second down, another run with Taylor. And he's got room. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he winds up getting this all the way down to the Jags' 12-yard line. 63 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great effort there, with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Colts take it right down and score on the opening drive. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. On first down, Lawrence. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much, and it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
Second and 10. To throw again. Britt. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Joe Tryon. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
So a touchdown on their opening drive and 3 more here, and it adds to their first quarter lead.
Yeah, everything's going according to plan so far because the offense has moved the ball, defense able to do their job, and here the special teams unit comes through with their contribution. A field goal to make it 10-zip.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, A lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
They'll only get a couple up to about the 30. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on third down. They go play action now. Lawrence. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That certainly looks like nothing to show now from these first two possessions. And guess what? When you're on a losing streak, that can lead to a full sense of, here we go again. So on the sidelines, the offensive play callers, quarterback, they've got to get together and dial something up to start their next drive. Otherwise, it could be a long game.
They find some open field here. Touchdown! A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jaguars' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Zuerlein good with a PAT. And the lead is down to a field goal. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead.
And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. 30, 10, 5, touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Colts strike quickly here for 6 points. Elliott good with a PAT. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
From the 29, Lawrence is going to fire one deep over the middle. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try to throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
Lawrence on third down. That's Foster hauling it in over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking of throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Well, this defense for the Colts, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
And finally out of bounds all the way down at about the 2. It's a big play for the Jaguars. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Now Lawrence forced out to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
There's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
2nd down and goal. Lawrence. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Trevor Lawrence taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Jaguars have cut it back within a score. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and the lead is down to a field goal. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner is giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, Britt. He gets this one to Johnson. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A big play that time on the catch and run. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. The tackle by Arik Armstead.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
On 3rd down, here's Taylor. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 147 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Taylor. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It's another 10 yards on that one and another 1st down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Jonnu Smith, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Flush to his right.
And Lawrence going to smartly hit the deck here as he is able to pick up the first down in the process.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
From midfield now, Lawrence.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
Lawrence.
And that is incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
He rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked up by Tyree Gillespie. And the Colts will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
They run with Taylor, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Britt. Flushed out right. And he'll just get rid of it. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
They give to Taylor out of the gun.
And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15.
Boy, 196 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
He will push his way down to about the 14. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Operating from the gun, Britt. Eluding the pressure right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And the return will stop right around the 25.
So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
To throw again on 2nd down. Lawrence. Flush to his right. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence.
He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And this one is incomplete.
Well, I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Lawrence escaping the pressure right.
He'll find Etienne out of the backfield.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Flushed out right.
And that's complete to Etienne out of the backfield.
Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Here's Lawrence.
Being chased out left. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Lawrence will throw. He'll drop this one off with Etienne.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Oh, this is going to be caught along the sidelines. Probably shouldn't have been caught. He's going to lose yardage there. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that. And that's what he did.
Zuerlein's kick is up and through. And this is back down to a 7-point game. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
So we're at halftime here on a Monday night. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
Another tote for Etienne. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Now Lawrence. He'll get this off to Etienne. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Here's Logan Cook now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this is taken at the 23. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A 77-yard punt return. And the Colts are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so well. Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area. And
he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. Now Lawrence to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. Nifty move. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in
December. Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Well, 207 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. The give to Taylor. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Well, now they'll try the end around. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14.
On the handoff, Taylor. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down.
Well, the guys who are paid to make the tackles deserve some kudos there, but I think they deserve even bigger ones because in that situation, they had to be thinking pass. Loosened up defense, go into pass coverage. Instead, maybe they surprised them a little bit running the ball, yet they rallied to it and stopped them well short of a first down.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. Eluding the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
3rd quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
I like what they tried to do there. Tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a first down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
Here's Logan Cook now. Remember, his first attempt was returned for a touchdown. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Pulled in at the 24. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, and they'll be aided by a loss of yardage on the return. And the Colts are going to take over, albeit deep in their own territory. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Now a give to Taylor, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Back to throw. Britt. Flush to his right. He'll get that one to Taylor, complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
A couple of first downs have him to the 40 now on 1st and 10. Now a handoff. Taylor with it. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a two-score game, and they need points on this drive. And he's got a man complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Jaguars have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Zuerlein good with a PAT. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Again, it's Taylor. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up fourth down.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. Third down seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and didn't get anywhere close to the first down.
It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return, and the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, the defense got its job done, forcing the punt. Now the formula pretty simple. They need to find the end zone here. A field goal doesn't help them much. Now Lawrence on first down. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Bobby Okereke. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Throwing on second and long. Lawrence. Throw left side complete to Foster. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a third and short yardage call. Through the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out third and long.
Escaping the pressure right. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Nothing open downfield. They went underneath.
Yeah, see if you can get it to your running back. See if you can make someone miss in the open field.
They'll look to throw. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
And they will take a knee here. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. The Colts send out their punter as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. 39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And control of the football, switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 35. Wait a second, they declined the penalty?
I'm as puzzled as you are, partner. I don't understand how anytime you lose possession of the ball, yet you turn down a penalty that would give you possession back. Now let's make this simple. Anyone who plays the game, take the football. Always take the football.
The Colts in victory formation now as they take the knee. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory, and it wasn't really always pretty.